You're listening to The Dan Nicholl Show.
My guest on the Dan Nicholl Show this week is part of this army of talent we have in South Africa. It seems to grow by the day, and the reason I'm having so many more of them on the show, they're not just great at what they do, but the world loves them, and they're getting bigger and more famous by the minute. Our army of South African chefs, and my chef this week is somebody whose restaurant has become one of the go-to destinations in Cape Town, dare I say in South Africa. It's somewhere I've been to many times and remember going. I don't always remember leaving, which is usually a sign of a good night out. Amori Burger, baie welkom.
Ach, baie dankie. Look, that's
See,
Afrikaans.
I learned 2 words of Afrikaans just for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's lovely to see you.
And you?
And yeah, thank you, because not only is it really cool to be able to hang out with you, but to be able to chat about the world of food and wine,
Yeah.
which both of us absolutely adore.
Yes. Actually, my favorite quote is, can I first say, what's his name? I'll tell you now, it was Jan Willem. Jan Willem?
Klein Willem.
Jan Willem. Ach, nou onthou. He said to me, at a wine dinner once, I must remember the winemaker, he said to me, I love wine so much I monetized it. It's like, I'm going to monetize it. I'm going to make wine.
Well, and you do that to a degree because you have a fabulous wine list at Upper Union.
We
But
do.
you also monetize the food very effectively because you have this wonderful, wonderful menu. And it is very much a space, the restaurateur, the chef world, where you are making good on a passion, because
Yeah.
it's not, you can't be an accountant. So you can't, it's not a job you can do just to earn a check.
No.
You've, at your sort of level.
So I have to be an accountant.
Oh, no, you do. But it has to be driven by passion.
Yeah,
That really
100%.
is at the heart of every great chef I've ever met.
Yeah. If you do not have passion for what we do, you're either not, you might be good at it, but it's not going to last long.
And it shows. The moment I walk into a restaurant, straight away you can feel, is there passion coming out of this kitchen? And normally that translates to, is there somebody screaming obscenities at the 26 people who are actually doing the work, while the chef, oh, this is Amori, she's the chef, she hasn't washed a dish in 17 years.
Okay.
She gets
2
everyone to do the other work.
2 years. Weet jy wie is die wynmaker? Sy naam is Skalk Willem.
Skulk Willem,
What is his name
Schwinner,
again?
Tybosh.
Tybosh.
There we
He
go.
said that to me. He said to
And,
me, I want to
wonderful man with beautiful hair.
Yes. Also, okay. But also great wine.
He does indeed.
The thing about Upper Union is definitely there's passion. But you know what the thing is? It is someone driving it, but I have the most, and I know everybody says it, but I have such a great team. Like, you've met Derek, our front of house manager, is the bubbliest human on the planet, and he'll do anything for you. And
Suspiciously so, he flicks across to you.
and what my favorite thing is, we call it when he sparkles. So he'll come into the kitchen and he'll be like, chef, we've got this guest, okay? And this is the event and this is what's happening. Like, we had a wedding, our very first wedding. We didn't know it was a wedding. There was just a table of 20 for lunch. And the girls,
And one of them was wearing a
She
white
wasn't-
dress
she
and a veil.
but not a massive, like, it was just a normal white dress. She didn't look like she was. Anyway, so one of the waiters overheard and the whole spiel, and we decided to gift a couple of bottles of bubbly. And he wrote a note and he packed a gift, and that is Derek's little sparkle. He just sparkles at the guests. And that is run through the whole front of house, which when you walk into that door, you feel like the sparkle is there. It's not
But it
just one
also
human.
says, if people think this is the kind of restaurant I can just pitch up at and have our wedding celebration,
Okay,
it
that's-
must mean so much to
Yeah,
us.
oh, fair,
You
yeah.
obviously have exactly the right kind of ambience. I can see myself getting married in your restaurant if I were to get married again, and if there were space for 600 people, which is what you need for Greek weddings. But
We
it
can
is-
do 350. No, I lie, we
Sta-
can't do
standing remotely.
350.
It's a testament to what you've created and who you are, and it screams Amori. The moment anybody gets to know you, it takes about 30 seconds to see you and the restaurant are cut from exactly the same
So,
cloth.
yeah.
But rewind that in time to when the food journey started, and when you started not just falling in love with food, but discovering that you were actually a cut above just making toasted sandwiches and
Oh.
all for.
I think I was 13 years old when I decided I am going to do this for a living. And I was going to go to the Ina Parman cooking school.
Uh-huh.
What how I figured it out or decided I wanted to do this, me and my sisters used to have this thing on a Saturday where we would make the perfect bite toast. So we'll take everything out of the fridge and make toast and cut them into quarters and then build the perfect bite with all of the condiments and all of the things that we've got and then taste each other's perfect bites. So we're a family of, there's actually 3 chefs in our family, 3 qualified chefs.
Yeah.
In the 16 cousins, it's 3 of them, 3 of us. And my younger sister's married to one. So I knew I wanted to do it. I was going to go to Ina Parman. And then when I was in matric, I found out about Silwood. Early in matric, I was standard 9. And I decided to go visit. Have you ever been?
I've driven past it many
You
times.
have to go with me for lunch.
I didn't know you could go to Silwood for lunch.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
If you know people.
So is this all the trainee chefs who will cook
yes,
for you?
Yes. So
Is it
there's
safe?
a Urgavel. Yes. Yes. There's supervision. If you know people, you can go. And we walked into Silwood. You'll see. I'll take you. I have to take you. We have to go to Silwood.
All right, I would love to.
You walk in, and it's this beautiful, massive house with a circular driveway, Labradors, with the Silwood scarf. It's stunning. Okay, like imagine you walked into a. What is the rabbit, the little rabbit story?
Peter Rabbit.
Peter Rabbit meets Green Gables, but not creepy, and family orientated.
You've made that perfectly clear. I now have no idea where I'm going.
It's stunning.
But you persuaded me because the smile on your face. I would love to join you.
We must go for lunch. And then I went there with my mom and my gran, and we walked in, and immediately I was just like,
this was the place.
this is where I want to cook.
And it's great to have that sort of dream. And kids have dreams all the time. It wasn't that many years ago that my now 11-year-old, so my 9-year-old son said to me that when he grew up, he was going to be a horse. So we all have these dreams and aspirations.
You don't know, you can become one of those creepy hobby horse people.
He's going to win the Durban July when he's 20. No, he had that dream. It'll change. But it's one thing to kind of have that vision because it's usually quite a romantic vision.
Yeah.
And in the case of cooking, I'm going to have these amazing meals and people shall bow before me and I'll be written about in newspapers.
And be famous and yes.
And then you discover, actually, I've got 6 months of peeling potatoes to start with.
Well, or a year. So becoming a chef is not easy. Silwood is 3 years, but becoming a chef, oor die algemeen, like which in English, do you understand that oor die algemeen?
I do not. And unfortunately, the subtitles don't work very well on the podcast.
It's very, it's a difficult job because it is a physical job, right? It's labor. It's not, you don't sit and study. You actually have to cook, make mistakes, cut yourself, burn it again, burn the dish, make the dish, get shouted out a little bit, clean a lot.
This is basically one night of me cooking at home.
Okay, yes. I'm one of those people at home. Emma always complains. I use every pan, but I don't clean because I cooked. So it's a very hard industry to get into, but also a lot of people fall out of it really quickly because of the intensity of it.
And it's brutal. It is.
Brutal.
The hours are brutal. Relationships are difficult.
Yeah.
And you also discover very quickly that actually almost just peeling the potatoes would have been the bit to stick with because now you've got to be a chef and an accountant and a marketer and a PR person and a public speaker and restrain yourself from hitting clients over the head with a frying pan when they ask for tomato sauce.
Or when they're rude to your staff.
Which there I have no problem. You are welcome in my book to hit somebody over the head with a frying pan if they're rude to your stuff.
Cannot deal with it. Look, it's a horrible. No, it's a lovely industry, but you got to be cut from the cloth. You have to have that hot like that. You have to have it in you, and also determination, and also what's the other word? Like you need to be able to just hang on for dear life.
But how do you deal with, and I'm sure you would have had it fairly early on in the career, very rarely I would be almost certain, but there will have been times when somebody of consequence or somebody just somehow got onto your horizon, said something mean, unpleasant, nasty about you.
Many times.
You do.
I've thrown my with the plate.
Really?
Yeah, I've thrown famous chef, won't say his name.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Sorry, we won't.
With a plate with
We'll edit it
quails
out.
on it.
We'll edit it out. Just tell us.
No, I'm not. I'm not. He threw me with a plate of quail and mash because I plated the quail wrong.
Oh.
In a very fancy restaurant in Cape Town.
I hope you threw it back.
I did not. I quivered
Quivered in the
fear
corner.
and picked it up and replated it on a new one.
Because there is this perception, and I think television has not helped it, that all chefs are Gordon Ramsay and they have the vocabulary of an English Premier League footballer speaking to a referee, and they're all these psychopaths who just cause terror and wreak havoc and have this complete aura of fear about them. And you do have to be tough sometimes,
Yeah.
but I don't think that is a fair representation of all the chefs that I know.
No, I think it's shifted, as I'm sure other chefs have told you. When we grew up in kitchens, it was like that. Here and there, I had one or two mentors that were incredibly lovely to me and great to me and nurtured me. But most of it is, it's a machine. That thing needs to run and I need it now. I don't have time to listen to anything you have to say. I need it now. So everything has shifted in our industry to more of a nurturing, loving way now. We grew up in armies, and I remember, again, another chef who's still famous, said, we break you down, we build you up.
Which is such an old army English public school
Stupid.
approach.
Okay,
It's
so
awful.
lame. Because my thing is, you get so much, what is that? What's the complete opposite saying? You more bees with honey. Like, just be kind, be nice. We have a very strict rule at Upper Union. You have to be kind, nice, and then we also never brush it under the rug. If you have an issue, you need to address it with whoever you need to address it with. If you feel uncomfortable, you have to address it with the senior, and then we'll address it. So there's never any ill will and meanness and things like this in the house. We call it the greenhouse, as you know.
I love that. It's such a good philosophy to have, and it is in contrast to one that I think many people think operates in a kitchen. Again, because of things like Gordon Ramsay's shows, where we have this vision of chefs.
Yeah.
And I mentioned Gordon very specifically because the cult of the celebrity chef over the last decade or so really has rocketed up. So
Yeah.
Anthony Bourdain and people drove it into the space, but now you're not just a chef; you are automatically a celebrity chef the moment anybody knows anything about you.
About you.
But with cooking shows and books and public appearances and social media, you're now no longer just this person who makes great food at the restaurant. And 15, 20 years ago, many times people didn't have a clue who was in the kitchen. They were just like, quite like the restaurant. So how does that change how you approach what you do and how you deal day to day, knowing that Upper Union is a very successful restaurant, but Amori Burger is also a brand in her own right?
Yeah, it's tricky because I have to run, I'm still running a business and my name is attached to it, like you said. So I don't know if you've spoken to any about of the other chefs about creating menus. Like, the creating process for me is the most daunting because your name is attached to it, right? Every time I create a menu, it takes me about 3 months, 4 months. I go through millions of recipes, hundreds of YouTube videos, 9,000 books, and I rewrite it 18 times. And then on the eve of the launch, I will change 9 things and piss off all the chefs around me. And then I will become Gordon Ramsay on the night that it launches. For the first week, I am 100% Gordon Ramsay. And then I'm like, okay, now we're fine. It's fine. It's the Amori and Upper Union is together, but it's also the greenhouse itself with the people in it. One human cannot do 52 people's job. It takes 52 people to make that place move.
And you've created something quite magical within it.
Yeah.
But the journey to it, what took you to finding this space that is Upper Union and deciding that, yep, this is where my next chapter is going to be, and I'm going to make it oh so special?
I joined the Moore Family Collection May 2020, whatever, one, I think. And I was the exec chef of River and Ivory Lodge in the Sabi Sands. And one night, we were rebuilding Cape Cadagan, which is the hotel right next to Upper Union. And one night, me and the CEO were looking into the fire. There might have been some Shannon.
3 o'clock in the morning.
Can say. And I said to him, why don't, because it was just, it's a heritage building, there was just one level. And I said to him, why don't we level it up and build a restaurant in Close Street? And I forgot about it. I thought deaf ears, because he was like, Amori, please. Ugh. don't come with your spending money things. Because it's a joke that I spend too much money in the company. I don't. I buy beautiful things, okay, for our guests.
They just happen
experience.
to cost vast amounts
That's
of money.
unfortunately how things work, okay? Anyway, and then on the Monday, I got in my inbox, there was a meeting request for the restaurant at Cape Cadogan. And Upper Union, and a year later, Upper Union stood.
And that is such a dream for a young chef, because you are
I
being
love the
given
youngness, love the young.
very much so. This obviously happened a very long time ago. You've been given this canvas, and somebody has said, "I believe in you."
It was such a journey to get to where the concept of it, because we had all these people sitting in a room and everybody has an idea, and the PR company, not our current one, but the previous one, everybody has an idea of what they want the restaurant to be. The interiors have an idea. Everybody has an idea, but if you don't believe in the idea, you're not going to be able to pull it off. So I phoned Yvonne Short, who is a great friend of mine. She's Julian Short's mom. If you know Julian, eh? Yeah, Yvonne Short. And she's also a great mentor. I worked for her for about 3 years, but always every menu after I've written it 19 times, I email it to her. And I'm like, what do
For
you
the
think?
final seal of approval.
And then she's like, it's perfect. I'm like, no, la. I phoned and I said to her, I don't know what to do. This one wants us to be like Cliff Street House. This one wants us to be like the Cape Grace. This one wants us to do this. I don't know what to do. And she's like, if you don't cook what's in your soul, it's not going to work. Cook the way you cook. And my favorite thing is Sunday lunch or Christmas or a table full of people drinking.
Noise,
The aunt is
festivity.
crying. The other aunt's drunk too much. The oom is yelling at the children. Like the sisters are fighting. The mother gets involved. Both of the sisters turn on the mother. It's like lots of wine, lots of food. Lunch starts at noon. Lunch ends at 9 p.m. Everybody goes home with the scarfton. That is what I wanted it to be.
And encapsulate that in a restaurant.
Yeah, that's what I tried to do. And I think
I don't think you've tried to do it. I think you've done it.
Oh,
I
thank you.
really, really do.
No, I think we've achieved it. I mean, with the help of incredible people all around us.
Yeah.
Because surround yourself with brilliant people, and you too will be brilliant. Because
Worked for me for years.
even me, I am horrid at accounting, but getting better. But it's not I can read the figures. I can't produce them, but I can read them. But I wanted to create that space where you can have your entire family sit around the table, and the one aunt is too drunk and the other aunt is doing this. And
You do realize that your family members are listening to this at the moment. going,
Okay,
I
but
can't believe she's talking about me again.
first of all, I don't care because they sat in my restaurant and did the same thing. Not last year Mother's Day.
So I'm coming to lunch with you at Saltwood. I'm also coming to lunch with
have
you and
to
your
come for Mother's
family.
Day. You have to.
I want to come and film this
Ooh,
entire thing.
Do you know what you want? You know what's better than lunch is Christmas.
Yeah.
Because that's 3 days. So we get guts full of each other on day 2 already.
I want to be an Amori Burger for a Christmas.
You're gonna love it.
For people who haven't been yet, and that's probably because they just can't get in
Yeah.
because you have to book months in advance, you have this out of Africa meets 1950s Asia kind of colonial feel, the open verandas. There's
Yeah.
such an airy, welcoming, relaxed feel to the space that you have created. And that then leads into the experience inside. You've got terrific cocktails. I don't normally go into the cocktail space because I'm usually demolishing the wine list at high speed. But the food, and every time I come, it's the same problem. And I hold you accountable for this. And that is that just too many things I want to try. And I end up ordering
that's like
19 of them. And 4 hours later, I roll out of the
That
restaurant.
seems like a you problem. The food is designed around the continent of Africa. So there's Moroccan flavors. There's flavors from Lesotho. There's flavors from South Africa. There's flavors from Iran, Palestine, everywhere, everywhere, the entire continent.
Palestine, one of my favorite parts of Africa.
Yes. We now refer, because our house bread is from one of these countries. We now just say Persia. It's Persian.
Sabrina Gayo would approve.
It's a Persian. It's Persian. Okay. No. So our food is very punchy, very flavorful, well balanced, very spice driven. And if I say spice, I don't mean chili. I mean cumin, cinnamon, nutmeg, star anise, like these kinds of things. Very punchy, bold. Um, Again, you have to cook from your heart. So I cook the way that I would cook for my family. I just wrote a thing for Jenny Hadley for the gourmet guide, and she asked, "What is your favorite spice?" And I was like, "Cumin." Like a couple of years ago at said Christmas, where they drink my expensive wine, I made sweet potato with cumin and honey and chili and all sorts of things, and I can't even remember what I put on it. But that dish is every single family member was like, "What did you do? Why does it taste different than normal sweet potato, which in Afrikaans is patats, which is basically how the folk make it, is butter, Lyle's golden syrup, and more butter and sugar." Okay. So I just made it a little different, and they were all like, "Oh, give me the recipe, give me the recipe." I was like, "I don't really know what I did."
I'd
I
had
can't
9
remember.
glasses of wine when I made it. I've
That's
got no idea
exactly-
what's in it.
That's exactly
but
what
it
happened.
tastes lovely. This Pan-Africanism, well, not even, it's beyond Africa. This global feel that we have to food in the Cape in particular,
Yeah.
and beyond as well. We see it in Johannesburg restaurants. We see it places like the Living Room, where Johannes is making magic up in KwaZulu-Natal. But there are so many touches infused. I look at Peter Tempelhoff and his
Yeah.
mild obsession with Japan, how that infuses into the
But
food.
they're
right?
revamping, they're revamping.
But it's whoever does, wherever they do revamp. I jump into Ozeri, and there's
I
a
love
great,
Zeri.
great Greek influence and
Yeah.
heart, and all these restaurants. There is so much of a not copying, but a drawing inspiration from the world. And if we look,
100%.
we were talking before we started over our breakfast chardonnay of the fact that we've got 3 restaurants in the world's top 100 at the
100.
moment.
Am I right? I'm
we'd-
right. It's 3.
We'd have 4 if you made more of an effort.
Okay, first of all, I don't play in that ball game. Like, I love what I do. Upper Union is massive. I mean, she's 127 when we full. She's a little bit different to those people. I would love to be, but you're right. If I did my job better, we could probably achieve.
But the point is that we've got this extraordinary culinary experience, Cape Town, the surrounds, out to the winelands, and it's not just, well, it's a Bertus Besson or a Pete Tempelhoff or a Monche Muller. There are so many little restaurants that I discover where you walk in because someone's recommended it, and you think, oh, I think they were overselling it a bit, and you walk out going, oh my goodness, that was amazing, and I'll come back here tomorrow.
When's the last one that happened to you with?
So that would have been at Klein Rosboom, the
I haven't been there.
beautiful
Really?
food that I was not expecting at all, and that kind of sort of home cooking that went to private school for post-matric. It's stuff that you recognise from a family kitchen.
I'm cooking at the A level.
Exactly. But it is there is a genuine wonder to, I feel, food in South Africa at the moment.
100%.
And I take so much pride in it, just as being a South African who loves to eat out.
Also, Cape Townian. But my favorite restaurants are all in Cape Town or in surrounds. But I mean, Post and Pepper, Jess cooks incredibly. I love her food. Also, it's so beautiful. The food is so pretty to look at even. Table 7, great.
Yeah.
Love.
The
Also,
whole
great.
heart of the
That
Salt
long
Riviera.
table where on a Thursday all the wine dudes sit there.
Yeah.
Have you been to one of those lunches?
I haven't. Pete Goff Wood has told me about that.
Those, yeah.
And
It starts at like 12. I've been invited to one, and it finishes at like 7.
they said they were never going to ask you back again after your
That's it.
behaviour the
And
last time.
entry is a bottle of wine, so a bottle or 2. But everybody's got wine in their car also. But I feel table 7, incredible food. Love Uzeri also.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have Koi, which is right here. We've got incredible food, but also we have chefs who give a shit. I think I know. We care about the ingredients. I know all chefs in the world say that, but we're so lucky here with the complete different climates that we have in South Africa. We grow everything. What do we not have?
Oh, well,
We even have saffron. Like, what do we not have? They grow it in where Potatoeville, where do they grow all the potatoes? He saw where the Orange River and the something river comes together. Ugh, ek weet nie, ek kon vergeet.
Probably Patatsfontein.
Dis so iets, ja. It's like somewhere there, but near Bloemfontein. But anyway, we even grow saffron. We have truffles in the Kalahari. Like, what do we not have?
No, it is an extraordinary country, but we need people to turn that produce into the final product, and that is exactly what you do. I'd like to know before we wrap up the image that we have of these high-end chefs is this incredible food that's taken a long time to prepare and is bursting with different flavors and ingredients we've never heard of and comes across magically. And yet probably if I drop by at Amori's house for a Monday night dinner because you got the night off, it's not going to be a 9-course tasting menu. What is the go-to comfort food in your kitchen at home?
So we 2 chefs, both went to Silwood,
Yeah.
both cook every day, the whole day.
Yeah.
Well, I lie, I don't cook as much often anymore, but we cook the whole day, seasoned definitely. Macaroni cheese, chicken wings, like probably like American
Hangover
soul
food.
food.
Hangover food.
There we
not
go.
soul food.
Yes, it's beige food, or
Lots of MSG, plenty of
see?
calories.
Or Emma makes has this thing where she goes to Woolies and she buys like 29 things and puts them all in one salad. Like, it's definitely not healthy, but delicious. But also you feel better because you're like, I had salad.
It sounds like my wife every time we are at a breakfast buffet at an upmarket hotel where she will come back with a plate that's got a waffle, a fried egg, some jamon, a piece of chocolate, some cheese, some fruit, a bit of yogurt. But yeah, we do end up with strange people.
Yeah, I mean, because we both cook. So we, at home, if you're not eating out at somebody else's restaurant or on a wine farm, then you are eating comfort food, chilling, especially when the weather is the way it is currently.
Comfort food can have many different interpretations, I think, and please take this as the compliment it's meant to be.
Okay.
I think you make comfort food of the very
I
highest
do
order.
take that as a compliment.
And it is, yes, it's comfort food that very few other people would be able to make without 26 years of study at a culinary institution.
Okay, 20.
But it is,
I've only been cooking for 20.
no, you did it. You did it in 3. Other people would need 26 years. And it gives me great comfort, but also great joy to come and eat. And I will continue to come if you
Thank
allow me in and I'm able
course.
to get through the front door. But I'd like to know in, let's say, 5 years' time,
Mm.
do I still find you at Upper Union?
I will never leave the greenhouse. You know where my office is. You'll find me there. Would I love another one? Yes. Is my scope bigger now with the more family? Yes. But Upper Union is my soul, man. It's my heart. My heart is in that house.
No, they are
I'll be there.
intertwined. They are intertwined. Amori, thank you. It's been delightful hanging out with you. I shall be back to the restaurant soon.
Thank you.
And as soon as I'm actually going to do some research, find out which chefs you worked under. So I know he threw that plate of quail and mashed
First of all,
potato
I
at
won't
you.
be able to do that because Silwood has the information and they won't give it to you. Secondly, if you come again, are you bringing that 1999? What were you saying earlier?
It's 99 for Lima Cabernet
I'm
Sauvignon.
excited.
I'll swap it for the information on the chef.
Oh, good done.
All right, lunch to come at Silwood as well. And I'm coming for Christmas as for one day of the year.
Yes.
Dan Nicholl goes out the window and I are Donnie Burger.
Daar sê, Donnie Burger ook.
Amori Burger, thank you so very, very much. My
Thanks.
extremely special guest on the Dan Nicholl Show this week. If you haven't been to Upper Union, go and queue. You'll spend 3 or 4 days in the queue, but by God, it's worth it. Amazing food, an incredible team, and one hell of a chef pulling it all together.
You're listening to The Dan Nicholl Show.